How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be predicting the Player of the Month program for April, as well as the second inning bosses for MLB The Show 21. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, according to this schedule, we will get a brand new monthly award program on May 5th, as well as a second inning program on May 7th. So keep in mind, we still have a couple of days to finish off the second inning program, right? There's obviously nothing going on in terms of the monthly awards as of right this moment. But with that said, we can start to talk about what to expect within the monthly award program and make a couple predictions within some of these players. So if you go into the programs tab, there is a monthly awards section. We have some Lightning players, and these players are determined specifically by the Major League Baseball season. With that being said, we don't necessarily want to predict players that already have high-level diamonds, and I will explain why in a minute here. But the first player I think that could be selected for the April Lightning Player of the Month could certainly be Vladimir Guerrero Jr., right? He hit multiple home runs in one game. He's done extremely well in the month of April, towards the end of April, but at the same time did pretty well throughout the entire month to start off the season. Could certainly be that Lightning player. Another player that comes to mind, a pitcher, Corbin Burnes. And one thing I wanted to mention with Corbin Burnes, right? He also got upgraded to a gold recently, but I don't think that will hinder his chance to be selected for the Lightning Player of the Month. And I think that this card would be pretty effective early on in the game cycle. I'm thinking we're going to get around a 92, 93 overall card in general for this Player of the Month program. Another option, right, recently upgraded to a diamond tier is Byron Buxton. I don't necessarily think it will be, this heavily boosted, but I do think he will be at, 93, maybe a 92 overall with that new parallel system. Since the fact that you can parallel the cards, we might see, maybe even a lower overall, like a 90 overall player that could be leveled up to like a 93 or 94. With that being said, another player I wanted to kind of throw in, maybe as a diamond that you can initially unlock, grind some moments with, and unlock further diamonds, right? We won't necessarily get one card. We could get a few golds, a few diamonds. I think Shohei Ohtani would be a great selection. I think JD Martinez would also be a good selection, but this card, as you can see, 87 overall diamond, was recently added into MLB The Show 21. So I think that he will not be selected for the Player of the Month program. But I could be wrong on this, right? We're going to go ahead and take you through last year's Player of the Month program. Keep in mind it was slightly different because the season was delayed. We didn't necessarily have, a typical baseball year. With that said, they went with some flashback Player of the Month cards from previous MLB The Shows to start it off. We saw the Didi Gregorius. We see the Carlos Correa in May of last year from 2017. We saw the same type of concept for the month of June as well. We got an MLB The Show 17 Cody Bellinger flashback card that was very good. I mean, he always plays really well. Then we started to see, the current monthly award players from August and September in Fernando Tatis and 99 overall Jose Ramirez. So we will get some really good endgame players within this program, just not necessarily during the first one, right? We should see, 92, 93 overall players, maybe even a few lower overall diamonds. But as you can see, with this update, they have, included the monthly award program. But keep in mind, in years past, right, there was some collections involved. There were some moments and missions involved with that. We don't necessarily know how they're going to do it this year. There could be a few different things. But with that said, I think those are pretty safe predictions. Now we're going to talk about the second inning program prediction. And before I mention that, right, of course, Mike Trout and Ronald Acuna could be selected for the monthly awards for the Major League Baseball season, but they already have high diamonds, so they most likely would not be selected for the Player of the Month program within MLB The Show 21. Anyway, I think the brand new legend we get for the second inning program could be Ichiro Suzuki. Obviously, we've had his card in MLB The Show before, but he was taken out of the game last year. I think he makes a reappearance in this year's game. I also think Rogers Hornsby at a lower overall would be a safe bet in terms of a second inning program. He was a World Series reward last year. And then I also think Walter Johnson would be another selection here. Now, obviously, these are three legend players, And typically we see at least one flashback or one current day player included in the program. But I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction that all 3 of them will be legends. Of course, the brand new legend could be Grady Sizemore, right? We don't have a diamond Grady Sizemore in the game yet. And I would think because they, talked about his card, they talked about his legend reveal, that he might be in place of Ichiro, but Ichiro is my favorite player, and I'm hoping that he makes a reappearance into MLB The Show 21. But let me know what you think about my monthly award program prediction, as well as the second inning boss predictions. I'm College Lefty, and peace out.